Welcome to episode number 2 of this Austin Dundons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. And today, I'm obviously playing my Austin Dundons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. As you can see on the screen, we're about to play the Vegas Golden Knights, and based on the title, I think the title of this video will probably be playing the Golden Knights. But regardless of if that's the title or not, as you can see on the screen right there, that's the Golden Knights, abbreviation and logo down there. As we're playing the Vegas Golden Knights at home at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. This is the first home game that I filmed here in this series. This is only the second episode of the series, because I just said that and it says it in the title. The first episode was opening night, where the Dundons played the Pittsburgh Penguins in Pittsburgh at PBG Paints Arena, and we beat them 3-0. This is the first thing I filmed on camera for the Dundons here in this NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. As you can see on the screen, we're 16-8-0, and Vegas is 15-6-3, and then we're 6-4-0 in our last 10 games, and they're 6-2-2 in their last 10 games. So the teams are basically almost similar. As I'm going to show you the standings right now, and then I'm also going to show you the player stats. As you can see right there, our captain, right there, Johnny Gaudreau, leads our team in points, as he is our captain. This is the standing list for the Central Division. As you can see, the Avalanche are in first place with 33 points. We're 1 point behind them in second place with 32 points. We're actually tied with the Predators for second place, both at 32 points, but we must have a tiebreaker over Nashville because they're putting us at second, Nashville is at third. Then the Blues at 28 points, Jets at 27 points. There are the two teams in the wild cards. They're the two wild cards right now because of that star right there. You might be able to see that. And then you have the Stars at 27 points as well, Wild at 24, Blackhawks at 23. And then that's it. I forgot in this series to start this expansion draft franchise, they put the Dundons in the Pacific. But obviously that's not gonna. Obviously, if that really did happen, hypothetically, if there was an NHL team that were to be an expansion draft franchise in Austin, they would be in the Central Division, like Dallas Stars, Dallas, Texas, Austin Dundons, Austin, Texas. They would be in the Central Division. Well, this team doesn't think that, and so they put the Austin Dundons in the Pacific. And the only way they did them to the Central is if I took a team from the Central already and put them in the Pacific, and the only team I could do that with really is the Arizona Coyotes, because they were in the Pacific until I believe the 2021 season when Seattle came into the lead. They moved Arizona from the Pacific to the Central, and then obviously I just moved them back to the Pacific, and then the Dundons are in the Central while I moved the Coyotes back to the Pacific. That's why I thought there was another team. But yeah, Pacific Division, Oilers lead that division, 34 points. Vegas, 33 points, 1 point behind first. So you have Austin 1 point behind first in the Central Division, and then Vegas, same thing, just in the Pacific Division. And then you have LA with 26 points, Vancouver 26 points, Flames 25 points, Kraken 25 points, Coyotes 25 points, and then the Sharks at 24 points. And then Metropolitan Division, Hurricanes lead that division, 33 points, Capitals 32 points, Blue Jackets 30, Rangers 25, and they're in one of the two wildcard spots. Pittsburgh's at 24, Devils 22, Islanders 21, Flyers 19, and then Atlantic Division, Lightning lead the division with 36 points, Maple Leafs with 34, Sabres 27, Bruins 26, and they are in that other wildcard spot with the Rangers. And then Panthers 23, Senators 23, Canadians 21, and Red Wings 21. And then let's go to the entire league. The best team in the entire league, points-wise that is the Tampa Bay Lightning with 36 points. And we are the 7th best team in the NHL with 32 points. You have Lightning, Maple Leafs, Oilers, Golden Knights, Avalanche, Hurricanes, and then you have the Dundons. As we are, like I said, 16-8-0 with 32 points through 24 games. We're 16-8-0 with 32 points in 24 games, in our first 24 games of our existence, technically, because this is a expansion of our franchise. And then, and looks like it says regulation or overtime wins. We have 4. Oh, yeah, it says ROW, which means regulation and overtime wins. We have 14, and we have a total of 16 wins. So that means I think we have 14 regulation wins, and 2 overtime wins. I believe that means. I believe that 14 regulation wins, 2 overtime wins. I'm not exactly sure, but I know we have no overtime losses. As I just said, we're 16-8-0 with 32 points in our first 24 games of this season, and really ever, because this is a expansion of franchise. The Nuns in their first 24 games of the season and of their existence, they have 32 points, 16-8-0. So yeah, 16-8-0 is not bad at all, as we've scored 73 goals. We've scored 73 goals, and we've given up 69 goals. So a goal differential of only +4. But because if you look at the Avalanche, they have a +18 goal differential. Vegas Golden Knights have a +15 goal differential. And Maple Leafs +16, Lightning +20. We only have a +4 goal differential. We're averaging just over 3 goals a game, and then we're averaging just under 3, or we're averaging, for scoring that is, we're averaging 3.04 goals per game, and then we're giving up an average of 2.88 goals per game. So not bad at all. It's only a +4 goal differential, but that doesn't really matter that much. I don't think that's like a tiebreaker or anything. Might be, I'm not sure, but it's early in the year. Johnny Gaudreau is our captain. You might be thinking, how the heck we got him in the expansion draft? Well, he was a free agent after this past season in real life and in this game. In real life, he signed with the Blue Jackets. In this game, well, that's why the Flames didn't protect him, because he wasn't under contract. I picked him up, and it's also that goes for Johnny Gaudreau and Andre Palat. As you can see, Palat is down there. Johnny Gaudreau has played all 24 games for us. He's our captain. 12 goals, 16 assists, 28 points, 0 penalty minutes, and a +12 for +minus. And then you have Valerian Nichushkin, Evan Rodriguez, Sam Steele, Evander Kane, Jake DeBrusque, Andre Palat, Mason Marchment, Josh Anderson. And yeah, and then our 2 goalies are Marc-Andre Fleury, he's our starter, and then our backup is Scott Wedgwood. And obviously Wedgwood's played a little bit, but Fleury plays out about 75% of the time, and then Wedgwood plays the other 25% of the time. So yeah, this is technically the 31st NHL team, which is the Golden Knights, versus the 33rd NHL team, which is the Austin Dundons. And obviously Seattle was number 32. Vegas was number 31. Seattle was number 32, and then Austin is number 33. So yeah, let's get into the game here on Friday, December 2nd, 2022, which in real life was like 2 months ago. But in this game, it's Friday, December 2nd, 2022. Let's get into the game between the Golden Knights and the Dundons at the Doghouse right now. Yeah, so this team has Mark Stone, Shea Theodore, this team has Mark Stone, the Vegas captain. That's him right there. Shea Theodore, Alex Pietrangelo, and our captain is Johnny Gaudreau. Their goalie, I believe, is Logan Thompson. Because in real life, well, they also might have Robin Lehner. I'm not sure. In real life, Robin Lehner is recovering from hip surgery this past offseason. So I'm not sure if it's going to be Robin Lehner or Logan Thompson. Our goalie is Marc-Andre Fleury, and if you think about that, I didn't think about this. I forgot about this just now. He's a former Golden Knight. He was picked up by the Golden Knights in the Golden Knights expansion draft in 2017. 2017 was the first year for the Golden Knights, and they picked up Fleury from the Penguins, who, ironically enough, we played the Penguins, which is one of 2, right? One of 3. No, one of 4, really. One of 4 of Marc-Andre Fleury's former teams, because there's the Golden Knights, there's the Penguins, Golden Knights, Blackhawks, and Wild. So Fleury was playing the Penguins, which is one of his 4 former teams. In the last episode of the series, he was playing one of his four former teams, which was the Penguins, in the last episode, and now he's playing another one of those 4 former teams for Fleury, and this time instead of the Penguins, it's the Golden Knights. So yeah, home uniforms for us, away uniforms for them. It looks like we both have a 91 offense, and then they have a better defense, but we have a better goalie. Style traditional, length 5 minutes, still semi-pro, honest, trainer, adaptive. Let's get into the game right now. Golden Knights at Dundons at the Doghouse. As we both have a 91 offense, we have an 88 defense, they have a 90 defense, and then they have an 87 goalie, and then we have an 88 goalie. So we both have a 91 offense, and then they have a +2 for defense, and then we have a +1 for goalie. Should be a good game. Let's watch the presentation. Jane Sapolsky. You can see those red gold. You can see those. Obviously, those red glow sticks. I can't think of the name. Here we go. And we win the open and draw of the first period of the game. Really up ahead, and Stone poked it away up ahead to Marchessault, and lost it. Did Rowe got putt jet from behind, kept the putt though, but then a center and pass, or a pass really just the point, was picked off by Marchessault. But then Rodriguez bumped him off. Eichel got it. Eichel just got demolished. But I believe it was by Nichushkin, and now Nichushkin back the other way. Well, shoot it! Got through the goaltender, which I think is Leonard, based on the pads. Got through him, but wide of the net. And now Stone, Theodore, Eichel again just got crushed. As we're 3 minutes into the game here at the Doghouse, no score. I almost turned it over. Up ahead, Dowd. Net Dow. Over. Genro. Saved by the Vedas netminder. Not sure who it is. And now, backhander. It is Leonard. It is Robin Leonard. He is the Vedas goaltender. Backhander stopped by the glove of Leonard. First whistle of the game. That was the first whistle of the game. As there's Dodd, the Dundon's mascot behind the glass there. Looks like Vedas has lost their last 2 games. Here's a shot! Save! Oh my, that almost went in. And now Joseph Pallon hit the crossbar! Oh my goodness, it hit the crossbar. 15:27 to go in the first, no scores. I hit the crossbar and came out, and then Leonard was able to cover it shortly thereafter. Vedas is 6-2-2, like I said, in their last 10. We're 6-4-0 in our last 10, and overall we're 16-8-0. There's Pacioretty, who in real life is not on Vedas anymore. He's on Carolina, but in this game he's still on Vedas. A center and pass! And that guy hit the Pluto. And now Dowd got it away. Joseph Pietrangelo trying to hit him hard. He did. I'm fighting. I'm sick of this. I'm already sick of this. As it's Nick Dow and Alex Pietrangelo. I believe this is 2 defensemen. Pietrangelo is definitely a defenseman. I'm not sure if Dowd is. But either way, it's Nick Dowd and Alex Pietrangelo. Who's going to win it? Pietrangelo might win it, and he does win it. As Pietrangelo had yellow / orange energy. Pietrangelo won the fight, as he still had like yellow / orange energy left. Pietrangelo did, and then Dowd obviously lost the fight, so he had no energy left. Face off is in the left circle of the Vedas end of the Vedas zone. And we win the draw. Shown by Ristolainen, not hit something in front, a stick or a lead, and a backhander was blocked. Almost turned over. Now Pacioretty, and fortunate by Austin, but Vedas will come out with it. Here we go to Pote. Pote back the other way. We might have a little bit of a break and a shot. I think it hit the stick of Theodore, who laid down and went right into the glove of Leonard, and then he passed it out. And now Nicholas Waters got destroyed. And now Ristolainen with a Pacioretty on his back lost the puck. Here's Nicholas Waugh. I know it's spelled R-O-Y like Roy, but you pronounce it Waugh. And a dump in and a hitting the glass inside the bench, which is out of play, so that means the puck's out of play. Penalty minutes, Pietrangelo's up to 27. Pietrangelo and Dowd both got 5 for fighting. No power plays or anything like that. Here, Theodore has 2 blocked shots already. Here's White Cloud. Here we go, the dust slapper! Hit a guy in front. And now White Cloud, right up the gut. Theodore saved by Fleury. I assume that's Fleury. Better not. I don't really want Wedgwood in the net. Should be Fleury. Either way, I did save by Fleury. I believe that's his first save of the game. What a hit now. Another hit. What a forecheck. Now hit the pipe. Rebound and score. Evander Kane on the rebound. Dundon straight first. And the Dundon straight first here on home ice. As we hit the crossbar earlier, and then we just hit the post on that first shot. As the first shot hit the post, and then the rebound was put in. I believe that was blocker side on Leonard. Blocker side on Leonard. It was put in by Evander Kane, assisted by DeBrust, who he was the one that hit the post. And now there's a penalty on us. Then it's going to be a hook or something. And now it's a slash. It's on Evan Rodriguez. So moments after we score, we take a penalty and we're on the penalty kill. 8:47 to go in the first period. 1-0 Dun-Duns, but Vegas is on the power play, looking to tie the game. Here we go. First power play for either side. We win the draw cleanly and clear it down the ice. Here we go. Foot race to the puck. Patrick already did it. Here we go. 8:30 to go in the period. 1:50 to go in the power play. Here's Eichel up ahead. Marchessault. Marchessault to Stone. And now Eichel! And got blocked in front and cleared by Ristolainen. Not down the ice, but out of the zone. Here's Marchessault. Marchessault drops it off to Eichel. What a save flurry. And it's backhanded to Tane. And he'll clear it down the ice. Leonard behind the net will just leave it there. Here we go. What a hit. Turned over. And it was shot. Stopped by Leonard. Kane from a tough angle, almost baiting it off of Leonard. And then a turnaround, like, dribbler was stopped by Leonard. 1 minute to go on the power play for Vegas. They've had some shots, but we've had more shots. Here we go. A center pass got blocked. Picked up by Ristolainen, who turned it over. Eichel, save rebound. They score! Jack Eichel puts it in. Blocker sign on his former teammate. I'm not sure if they were actually teammates. Eichel and Fleury. I don't think Eichel and Fleury were actually teammates. But Eichel puts it by the former Golden Knight, Marc-Andre Fleury. Put it in blocker side on Fleury. On his it was on his backhand and short side, or it was on his backhand and blocker side on Fleury, the former Golden Knight. I don't think they were ever teammates, but it was on the backhand and on the blocker side of Marc-Andre Fleury, and we're tied at 1 here in Austin after that power play goal scored by number 9, Jack Eichel, who Vegas got via trade from Buffalo last season. Here's a center and pass got blocked. Now Rodriguez. Slowly but surely, he was the one that took the penalty that led to the goal. Saved by Leonard. Passed it out to Alec Martinez. Up to Chandler Stevenson. 5 to go in the first here in Austin. Vegas 1, Austin 1. Up ahead. Got picked off by Carlson. Stevenson with a little shot. It stopped, and I passed it out almost right to a Vegas player. Thankfully, it wasn't to a Vegas player. Here's Gaudreau, our captain. Busted right in. What a save, Leonard, on the center and pass. Passing out to Alec Martinez again, who I think I just destroyed. Here's Nicholas Waugh. And now to Pote. Rodriguez was the one that took the penalty. I think I wasn't controlling him when it happened, though. Here we go. Here's Pietrangelo. Fans are booed when Pietrangelo got it. Here's Anderson. Josh Anderson. Slams on the brakes. Gets right in the slot. They score! What a play by Anderson! Walked right in. And on his backhand. Put it by the blocker side, I believe, of Fleury. Or of Leonard, excuse me. As on his backhand, blocker side on Leonard. As he walked right in. And beat Leonard on the blocker side on his backhand. That is his 5th goal of the year, and the Dun-Duns are back down in front with 1:38 to play in the first. It was unassisted. 5th goal of the year for Anderson, unassisted. 1:25 to go and count in the first. 2-1 Austin. And now back the other way. Here comes Vegas. Good back check. The poach at the puck away. Fleury will pass it out. 40 seconds. Here's Marchment. Center and pass. Backhander stopped by Leonard on cover. 21.3 to go. 2-1 Austin. So all 3 goals in this game have gone blocker side on the goaltender. 2 of them, the last 2 have been blocker side. All 3 have been blocker side, and the last 2 have been on the backhand of Eichel and Anderson. Here's a shot. Got tied up. Just rolled to the slot, but went through everyone. Eichel's got it. Good poach. Good forecheck. 3, 2, 1. One last shot is stopped by Fleury, who was way out of his crease. Which was a good thing, as even if it went in, I don't think it was on a count. Who knows, though. But it's a moot point as Fleury made the save. 2-1 after 1 here in Austin. As the shots are 16 sets in favor of Austin. Goals are 2-1 in favor of Austin. Hits 11-3 in favor of Austin. Time in attack with about a minute more. Passing 74% for Austin, 89% for Vegas. Face-offs 8-2 in favor of Austin. Penalty minutes 7-5 in favor of Austin. Power plays, we haven't had one. We haven't had one. Vegas has had one, and they're 1 for 1 on the power play. And they scored a minute and 8 seconds into that power play, and then neither team has any shorthanded goals. As Evander Kane and Josh Anderson scored the 2 Austin goals, while Jack Eichel scored the only Vegas goal so far. Let's get into the second period here in Austin. 2-1 Gundogs. Here we go, second period here at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. 2-1 Gundogs. And we want to open draw of the middle frame. Up ahead now, Rodriguez busts right in, save Leonard. And he covers it 27 seconds into the third, or 27 seconds into the second. We lose the face-off. Here's Theodore. And by the way, those glow sticks or whatever, obviously I had them. The color of the glow sticks is red. Here's Eichel, backhander, save by Fleury, and then it hit the top of the net, and it almost went in. Eichel almost had a second of the game, but it hit Fleury and then hit the very top of the net. And now a shot, save, rebound. What a save! Or it wasn't shot. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure how that didn't go in. And now did Rowe, and the turnaround shot is stopped. Eventually hit a Vegas player, and then Leonard will cover it. 17-20 to go in the second. 2-1 Dundons. But for those red glow sticks that you saw at the beginning when the game loaded in and all the lights were off, and then the fans had those red glow sticks. Well, obviously it wasn't just the Dundons who have that. Like the Golden Knights might have that, but instead of the color red, it might be the color, I don't know, gold or white. I'm not sure. Or if it's a glow stick for the Dallas Stars, it would be green. For the Nashville Predators, it would be yellow. And now, that was a close, so like, Stars would be green, Predators would be yellow, Vegas might be like gold or possibly yellow or white. Here's Eichel, oh, he might have had a partial breakaway, but the bat shot the puck away. As we're 5 minutes into the second, and now Anderson again! He did almost the same play as he did earlier, he did, but this time it was stopped by Leonard. As you can see, that puck right there, that was up against the glass, inside the glass, like on the side where the fans sit. It was inside the glass, just sitting up against the glass. Inside the glass, that was the giveaway here tonight, as it was a promotion night. As I made it a promotion night, and obviously, based on what was up against the glass, up against the boards, it was a puck, so obviously it was a puck giveaway here tonight. Here we did a play. What a hit by Pietrangelo. Following up, though, Palat. Shot is stopped. Palat got his own rebound. A shot was blocked. Went around the net, though. Anderson, that's a board. No call. Shot hitting Palat. Picked up by this guy. Here we go. Now below the goal line in the far corner. Center and pass. What a save by Fleury. And now Nick Dow's got it as he's back. Well, he's been back for a while since that fight, but that's the first time I said his name. Here's Pietrangelo. Beat him in a fight. I destroyed him, but a penalty is coming up. As I destroyed that guy. That second hit was legal. The first one was illegal. As there's calling in an elbow on Nick Dowd. And it was against Pietrangelo who beat him in a fight earlier. 2 for elbowing. The fans did not like the call. As I didn't really see the hit. 2-minute power play for Vegas. 11-13 to go in the second. They're 1 for 1 on 3 shots, leading the tie of the game again. And this shot, and this clearing attempt goes all the way down the ice. Get in there first! It's Evander Kane! Center and best. I just threw it off the pad of Leonard, and that was all it was. Here we go. Back the other way. The back check by Kane. He'll backhand it down the ice. And Obisco! I was going to destroy Theodore, but no. 1:30 to go on the power play. 10:40 to go in the period. Vegas leading the tie again on the power play. Shot was blocked or saved by Fleury. The former Vegas goalie. A slapper hit the pipe! And now it's right in the slot. Marchessault toe drag but lost the puck. And now Dursey on a short and breakaway. A save by Leonard. But what a sequence! 1 minute to go in the power play. 10:15 to go in the period. And now back the other way to Batchet. Stone's got it. Marchessault lost the puck, cleared down the ice by Austin. But my goodness, it went from and now Leonard covers the puck, throws it out to Theodore, but Vegas hit the post. And then right after that, what a move by Aito, but he lost the puck and out of the zone. But yeah, a post for Vegas, and then an Austin. He didn't miss anything. The puck is in the neutral zone. Vegas has the puck in the neutral zone. As Vegas hit a post, and then Austin had a shorthanded breakaway, but neither team scored out of all that. Still power play for Vegas. Here's Marchessault. Sends it behind the net. Aito right in front. Save Fleury. He'll pass it out to Stanley, who will not get it out. Pietrangelo wants in. Save Fleury. And it's cleared down the ice. 15 seconds to go in the power play. And now it's up against the glass. Whoa, that was close. Theodore almost lost the puck. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The power play is over. And now a center pass got blocked by Ristolainen. Up ahead, down, out of the box. Ristolainen scores! Top shelf, where Mama hides the Tooties. 3-1 Dundons. Rasmus Ristolainen, top shelf. Second goal of the year. Top shelf for Mama hides the Tooties. 3-1 Austin. 2-1 answered, and it's 3-1 Dundons. 8:44 to go in the second. And it was assisted by Rodriguez and Dowd. Up ahead, and that's onside. And now a center and backhander save. And now Palat with a good fortune backhander stop. Dundons buzzing. The bait pass behind the net. Palat, McNabb, which I believe a former goal of the night. Here's Waugh. Waugh eventually keeps the puck. Martinez has got it. Here's White Cloud. And eventually they dump it in. And now what a hit. Colin Miller's got it. Up ahead Palat. He'll dump it down behind Leonard. Leonard stays put. And what a hit. But get in there is White Cloud. Up ahead did toe drag. But he lost the puck, and then a miscommunication. That'll probably be an icing. And it will be, as Vegas players first to the dots. Ice in, it's Austin. 5:07 to go in the second. Faceoffs are 13-3 in favor of Austin. 5:07 to go. It's a 1-goal game, or 2-goal game. 3-1 Austin. We lose a faceoff. White Cloud. Over. Martinez with a drive. Stopped by Leonard, or by Fleury, excuse me. And now Kane blows by like a couple of Vegas players. Center and pass hit a state. Good play. I believe that was Martinez who broke it up. And now what a hit. Kane got destroyed. Stanley with a turnaround shot. And up and on it because he was tied up. What a hit now. Stanley dumps it down. Leonard throws a bait pass to himself. It basically was. But it's stopped by Leonard. Good post check by Boquist. Save Leonard. Rebound was destroyed. And there might be a fight. There might be a fight behind the play. As a Dundons player is slow to get up. He gets off the ice under his own power. It's Zach Whitecloud versus Evander Kane. Whitecloud's helmet is off. Evander Kane's one of our 2 alternate captains because there's an A on his jersey. This is a close fight. Intense fight. Who's going to win it? Who's going to lose it? Evander Kane is going to win it as he drops Whitecloud in the circle. And these fans here at the doghouse are going nuts. As Whitecloud gets dropped by Kane, who's one of our 2 alternate captains, in the left circle. 2:26 to go in the second period. Both guys get fined for fighting. I believe that was the only. Looks like they'll put the face-off in the circle that Whitecloud was dropped in. There was no extra penalties or anything, so it's still 5-on-5. We win the draw. Ristolainen already scored, but stopped by Leonard this time. 2 minutes to go in the second. We're up by 2. Here's Marchessault, and he just lost the puck. Now Diderot, the captain, got absolutely flattened. Slowed it up, but the Dundons player before that fight was slowed it up. but he did it up under his own power, I saw. Under 1 to go in the second, and Vegas did a buzzer beater, did within 1. Hopefully not. Here's Pietrangelo. DePochet! Save Leonard, and he covers with 8.7 on the clock. Our captains, Johnny Diderot, and their 2 alternate captains are Valeri Nichushkin and Van der Kane. Here we go. 8.7 to go. 3-1 Dundons lit him for a buzzer beater. And we win the draw. Ristolainen, right in the slot, save by Leonard. And that was center and pass. It's right there, but losing it was down. End of the second period. 3-1 Dundons here on this Friday night in this game, that is. It's 33-12 on the shots in favor of the Dundons. So we're out shooting them basically at, it's almost a 3-to-1 ratio. Hitting 20-11. Time attack with about 2 minutes more. Passing, Vegas has a bet 88%. We're 69%. Face-offs 15-4 in favor of Austin. Penalty minutes 14-10 in favor of Austin. And then power plays, Vegas is 1 for 2. And then we haven't had a power play, and neither team has any showing in their goals. As Josh Anderson has scored. So the 3 goal scorers for the Dundons are what? Van der Kane, Josh Anderson, and Rasmus Ristolainen, and then the only goal scorer for Vegas is Jack Eichel. As there was, 2 goals scored, right? Yeah. No, 1 goal scored in the second period, and that 1 goal was scored by Ristolainen, and then made it 3-1 Austin. And the Dundons will have a 2-goal lead going into the third period. As before we get into the third period, I actually have to watch my Dodds. So I'll see you guys once this clip ends, the next clip will start. For me, it'll probably be about 20 minutes until I play again. But I do have to watch my Dons and feed them. So yeah, I'll see you after I feed and watch my Dodds. See you then. I'm back. You didn't miss anything. I just watched my Dons and fed them. I'm about to get into the third period here. 3-1 Dundons. We're out shooting Vegas 33-12, and we're outscoring them 3-1 with 20 minutes to go. Let's get into the third period right now with the Dundons up 3-1. Here we go. Dundons have a 2-goal lead as if we did in the third and final regulation period, that is, here in Austin. And we win the open draw of the third period as we're underway in the third period. 3-1 Austin. There's Pietrangelo. Vegas led in the have a third period comeback while Austin's looking to avoid that or prevent that. And a shot by Marchessault, a slap shot, did not work as a stick explodes. A backdoor feed. What a save, Fleury. And then the puck hits the broken sit on the ice. Stone gets it back though. And eventually Rodriguez has got it, and he'll clear it down the ice. Or he'll dump it in after it hits the red line. And then they're first in the Nichushkin. And a save by Fleury, or by Leonard. Rebound is stopped by Leonard. But yeah, Marchessault wound up a slap shot from the point, and his stick just broke. Here we go. It is saved by Leonard. Now Theodore has it. As looks like when Theodore had it, the fans booed. Batchet. Now Diderot, the captain, to not avoid a hit from Pietrangelo, and he slowed it up as well. He's been hit. He's been banged up in this game. Fans are booing almost every time Vegas is a putt. And Marchessault's stick. Marchessault's back down the ice. A punch it by Eichel. Stone with a little weird shot. Blocker save Fleury, and then Fleury made a desperation save with the right pad. So he made a blocker save and then a desperation save with the right pad. 14:30 there in the third. Vegas has had their chances. And now Eichel, I think, lost the puck or something. Here's Anderson who has scored the second goal. Right now will be the game winning goal. And now, oh my goodness, oh! I didn't know I had the putt. That was a wide open net, but I shot it like a second or two late. Ristolainen, 270 career points. And his 270th career point was that goal, which was the third goal for the Dundons. Right now, the second goal, which was scored by Josh Anderson, it would be the game-winning goal right now. Or right now, it will be the game-winning goal. There's Anderson. And Anderson, once and again! But this time he stopped. And then Palat with a backhander blocked by White Cloud. There's Law. 12:30 to go. 3-1 Dundons. Golden Knights have it. Now White Cloud. White Ice in front of him. Saved by Fleury. And now Tane, I don't know, dump it in again just to kill some time and try to create a play. Board twist is stopped. Oh, and then Patch already picked off the pass. Trying to toe drag around a defender, which was Stanley, but Stanley's at no siree. Here we go. Stanley got hit, but he took the hit to make the play. Save Leonard, and he covers with 10:25 to go. 3-1 Dundon still. As we're as we're almost at the halfway point of the third period. 3-1 Austin. There's Dodd, the Dundon's mascot, behind the glass. Here we go. We win the draw. Doozy, Jones, Diderot, Rodriguez with Diderot in front. No, creating a stream, but no tip. As you can see, we host the Blues, then we go to Philadelphia to play the Flyers, and then we go up to Winnipeg to play the Jets. That's our next three games. Host the Blues, then we go to Philly to play the Flyers, and then we go up to Winnipeg to play the Jets. And we win another draw, and the Houston's out. What a move by the Houston, but Diderot's robbed by Leonard. And now White Cloud, 9:10 to go. Nicholas Waugh by the blue line. Diderot's got it. Diderot saved by Leonard. Another shot out blocked, picked up by White Cloud. It's 8:30 to go. Here's Ennis, lost the putt. To Jones. To Jones, lost the putt to Martinez. Here's Ennis, who is absolutely destroyed in front of the penalty boxes, but then Dundon's player got destroyed by a Vegas player. What a pass, or behind the back pass, that picked off by White Cloud. 7 minutes to go, and picked off by Palat. A lot of defense here in the third period, and that was passed to nobody. I thought there was a guy over there. Here's Stevenson. He'll shoot it. Shot by the glove of Florio. Pass it out. Here's Kane, who scored the first over. The Dundon's back in the first. Center and pass. But it hit a skate. And Kane is got destroyed. But Kane ends up getting the putt. Palat will shoot it. It's blocked. Picked up by Kane. And it was shoved in the slot. Now blocked. But there's under 5 to go. Third period's going by quick. Still 2-0 Dundon's lead. And that was center and pass. White Cloud took a big hit. Got the shot off, but stopped by Fleury. 4 to go. Dumped in. Picked up by the Dundons. Right in front. Blocked. And now a backdoor feed. White Cloud might have saved the goal as he got a stick on it. And now Eichel. Eichel center and pass. Hit a couple of skates. Kicked out of there. Here's McNabb, which I believe is a former goal tonight. 2:25 to go. Picked up by Jersey. And he lost the putt. They might be pulling their goalie soon. Under 2 to go. Eichel lost the putt from behind. Here's Anderson. Tried to dump it in, but Pietrangelo blocked it. Empty net. 1:05 to go. Sits on 5 for Vegas. As Leonard's on the bench for the extra attacker. What a hit. Pietrangelo comes right into poke check. Good run for the goal, empty net goal. Missed the shot. I almost beat the Vegas player to the circles, but the Vegas player beats the Austin player to the circles barely. 49 seconds to go. .48 seconds to go. Fans on their feet. We lose the face-off. Theodore save Fleury. He'll pass it out. McNabb cannot get it out. Another shot is blocked. And this guy just got destroyed. And now getting there first is Diderot, the captain. He kicks it out to Pacioretty, who end up having the putt. Vegas needs a miracle. 25 seconds. They're down by 2. As it's dumped in by Stone, who did a big hit. And now Anderson for the empty net goal! And it just missed! And this will be an icing as Theodore's first of the circles. 16.6 to go as that missed by, I would say, no more than a foot to the left. As that missed by maybe half a foot. Just missed the net to the left. Diderot's empty net bid earlier was way to the left. That one just missed to the left. This one's way to the left. And this will be an icing as Petrangelo's there first. 10.5 to go. So we've had 3 bids of the empty net. All 3 have been icing. All 3 have been wide left. And 2 of them, the first one and the third one, have missed by like 20 feet. And then the second one missed by maybe half a foot. Here we go. Here's a slapper save. Now Jersey to the empty net. He missed it to the right now. And it will be an icing with 3.3 to go, but it's a 2-goal game, so it's virtually impossible to score 2 goals in 3 seconds. I think it's literally impossible. So this will not matter. Even if they score, we're going to win. But that just missed by maybe a foot to the right. We win the draw. Jersey in an empty net. Nowhere near it. That's the game. 3-1 Dundons is the final. As the Dundons win 3-1. As the Dundons beat the Dole Knights here on home ice 3-1. As our goal horn is the Dallas Stars goal horn, by the way. As the Dallas Stars goal horn sounds at the arena, there's a salute with Don, our mascot, in the middle with the flag. As the Dundons players raise their sits to salute the Dundons fans here at the doghouse. Neither team scored in the third period, but that's A-OK. Dundons win 3-1. Good game, boys. As we outshot the Dole Knights 42-20, third stars Marc-Andre Fleury, has a 1 goal against average, 19 saves and a .950 save percentage, I believe it said. Ristolainen, 1 goal, no assists, 3 hits as a second star. He scored our third goal, top shelf, over the left shoulder of Leonard. That was a shot right there. And then the first star is Josh Anderson, 1 goal, no assists, 3 hits. So Anderson and Ristolainen both had 1 goal, no assists, and 3 hits. But the reason why Anderson's the first star and Ristolainen's the second star is probably because Anderson's goal, which was the second goal, ended up being the game-winning goal, while Ristolainen's goal, which it still mattered at the end of the game, because that means like it still mattered at the end of the day. But Anderson's goal ended up being the game-winning goal, and then Ristolainen's goal was just an insurance goal. So unfortunately, Fleury does not get the shutout, as that 1 goal was scored by Jack Eichel on the power play on his backhand, as it just showed it right there. It was a backhand shot by Eichel that went blocker side on Fleury. That was the only goal scored for Vegas back in the first. It was a power play goal. Time of attack was about 3 minutes more. Shots were 42-20 in favor of Austin. Hits were 27-19 in favor of Austin. Penalty minutes were 14-10 in favor of Austin. We never had a power play. Vegas had 2 power plays, went 1 for 2, and then neither team had any shorthanded goals. As Jack Eichel scored the only goal for Vegas, and then the 3 goal scorers for Austin were in this order: Vander Kane, Josh Anderson, and then Rasmus Ristolainen. Passing, they had we were 67%, they were 89%. I'm usually not good at the passing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you win, so we won. We had 4 chances, 4 bids for the empty net. 3 went wide left, 1 went wide right, and 2 of them were close, 2 of them were not close. The first one and the third one missed to the left by maybe like 10-15 feet. That was the first and third one. The second one missed just missed the net to the left by maybe, like I said, half a foot, and then the fourth, that was a second attempt, and then the fourth attempt went wide right and probably missed the net by maybe half a foot to the right. So we had 4 chances for the empty net. 3 went wide left, 1 went wide right. The first and third one were wide left and nowhere near the net. And then the second one missed the net to the left by maybe half a foot. And then that was the second one, and then the fourth one missed the net to the right by maybe half a foot. As we almost had a couple empty netters there, or at least 1. But at the end of the day, we didn't get any empty netters, but we still won the game 3-1. Like I said, our goal horn is the Dallas Stars goal horn, as the Dundons beat the Dole Knights 3-1 here on home ice. As this is the first home game I've filmed here in this series, because this is only the second episode of this series. As the Dundons beat the Golden Knights 3-1 here on home ice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And this video will probably be going up on Super Bowl Sunday, maybe. This video might be going up on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not exactly sure. But either way, enjoy the Super Bowl. Go Eagles. As last video on this channel was my Super Bowl 57 sim. There'll be a link to that video in the description below. And then the playlist for the series will be the Eye in the Sky in the top right-hand corner right up here. So I hope you still enjoyed this video. And I still hope you enjoyed this video, as the Dundons beat the Dole Knights 3-1 here on home ice. And I'll close it in the next clip, because this clip's about to end. So I'll see you on the other side. So like I said, I'll be doing the closing here, as the Dun-Dons, like I said, beat the Dolan Knights 3-1 here on home ice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay guys, time red, closing the board. If it's up to the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about this video, or pets and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 3 of this NHL 23. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 3 of this Austin Dun-Dons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. See you in episode number 3. And eat on a bacon and go Dun-Dons.